Well, all the preliminaries are gone.
It's time for the main
on
event.
To Columbus, and kind of in that vein, I say you win games like this any way you can win them, and they very easily could have blown this, could have lost it a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty impressive the way they won it with an 18-play drive at the end.
Not the way at the beginning of the season maybe you thought they would win this game with an 18-play 9-minute drive, but they did what they had to do. 2 fourth-down calls, including the touchdown. Little wildcat.
Oh yeah. How did you feel about that?
Little wildcat. Yeah. It worked. It worked. So
yeah, as long as it works.
That's what
James says. As long as it works, it's okay.
Hey, look, they had to function for a lot of the game without KJ. Of course, Indiana didn't have Philyor, and Noah Kane didn't play for the second straight game. Journey Brown went for 100 yards. Clifford did some things on the ground.
Devin Ford, don't forget about Devin
I will
Ford.
not. I will not forget about him. They won the game. They deserve to win, but if Indiana doesn't kick the ball around in the special teams phase of the game, it's going to be real tight. And Dave, if they don't tackle better in Columbus, it's going to be a track meet, and it's going to be one-sided. They have to tackle better. The defense has to play better. I think the fan base saw it. They were good enough to win today. This will not be good enough to win next week.
Not only the fake punt, did you know that the fake punt was not supposed to be a fake punt?
I did not know that.
I went over and talked to Alan, and I had to say, "Excuse me, did you really? It wasn't supposed to be a fake?" Yeah, the long snapper just basically snapped it into the short man for no particular reason.
I thought maybe you were going to tell me they're going to run a fumble risky.
So,
I would get excited.
Ohio State's probably not going to do something like that. Do you want to go on and talk about Ohio State, or you're going to? We should talk about this now.
A little bit.
Right,
we could preview Ohio State. If you know,
I was ready. James always says it's good because it worked, and it's suggesting that everything's 20/20 hindsight.
It is.
But down here, no, it wasn't for me. So I'm gonna full disclosure. I was ready to kill him. I was ready to kill him. In print.
Okay.
Yeah, in print.
As long as you said in print, that's good.
The way he says that, you guys would have killed me.
Yeah.
If they hadn't punched that in on first and, I think first and goal on the 6, okay, maybe you can run it in. But first and goal on the 9 down here, no. And they did it again, running twice before they, tried a third down pass, and that's been a common theme.
The offensive struggles that you pointed out are legit. I'm at this point, I'm more concerned about the defense. I am against Ohio State's offense. The pass rush, I know they get the ball,
back end.
They get the ball out quick. The safeties, the corners. I thought Cam Brown had trouble in space today. You just can't allow too many yards after yards after the catch. They're doing that. It's a real concern.
And
a lot to address.
Wasn't even on the field here.
A lot to address.
Yeah.
I just think if you're a Penn State fan, you're more than a little nervous about this defense playing the way it has the last 2 weeks.
Especially against a crew of wideouts like Ohio State has. Yeah. There really isn't anybody like them as far as speed and versatility in the league. I think Minnesota's are a more interesting package, and overall as good a receiving package as any in the league, but Ohio State's, they're not like Indiana's. I mean, they can go get the ball deep, and if you make mistakes on them, it's just touchdown. So that's the problem with the back end.
Just to circle back to Indiana real quick, do you think the best part about Penn State's game today was the offensive line? I think they've been pretty good this year.
18-play drive.
I think they've gotten
16 runs.
2 tight ends, the 12 personnel. James is raving about that. I don't disagree with them. They're a more versatile offense. They won without Hamler. The offensive line will be tested next week, but I thought they were very good today when they had to be good.
And you would assume they'll maybe have Noah Kane back next
I don't assume anything. He was 90% last week, so what was he this week?
Yeah.
I mean,
but it is for the fans. Hamler, he said he's optimistic that they'll have Hamler against Ohio State. And in the final analysis, the running game, it might be the new Indiana, but it's still Indiana, man. And they wore down that defense on the final
22-1 all time against the Hoosiers.
Yeah.
22-1.
11-0 here at Beaver Stadium. Next time you see us,
Columbus.
We'll be in the shoe in Columbus, Ohio. And until then, sayonara.